Now recording from Mr. Craig himself, coming all the way from Iowa. What's in Iowa? I don't. There's a.
Why
Anybody
is
know
Craig from Iowa?
what city do y'all know? And what is it? Des Moines? Is it?
Des
that I-
Moines?
Slipknot's
Des
from.
Moines?
Des Moines.
Isn't
Where
it,
Slipknot's from.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And that Midwestern state over there. Anyways, yeah, long time no see because you can't see us because we don't do video because we're really cool like that. We do video. So it's another random episode. I guess I should welcome you to the Believe Me If You Don't podcast. If you don't know the name of our podcast, that's the name of our podcast. It's really special. Yeah. So we're gonna do another random episode. We have an article by topicsbase.com. My wife found
Shout
it.
out.
Yeah, to topicsbase.com. I'll link that in the description. And yeah, my wife found that so she can basically hear us argue, I assume. Yeah, so we're going to combine a couple of the topics. Our focus will be the role video games play in improved learning and how first-person shooters make players react faster. And that's mainly for Kiwi, so you can argue about not seeing people and them gunning him in Call of Duty. And then the pros and cons of video games. So that one probably will tie into all this. So yeah, we're back again. We are missing, unfortunately, Rack. I'm assuming his finals going on. So we do have the lovely Kiwi Bird. He decided to join us this week. How you doing? How's WoW going?
Same old. Give me the next phase. And hello, everyone.
Yeah, hopefully they come out with that quicker, because I feel like everybody's already getting bored of Naxxramas. Look forward to Old War, though. I'm sure you do.
Oh,
Yeah. And then we obviously have the Jordan, aka Warhide. I believe he is sick from sucking too many
Lollipops.
lollipops. How you doing?
Fine.
Well,
But
that's
also
good.
Dying.
That's good. And of course, the 6'8" person who lurches over or towers over everybody as a lurch, Mr. Donkey. How you doing?
What's up, fuckers?
Great
That's all I
entry.
got.
Yep,
That's all I
like
got.
it.
that was a lurch.
I don't know what that means.
You never seen Addams Family?
No.
My fucking Addams Family, fucking
I've never seen it in my
uncultured
life.
swine.
I mean,
They kind of like hunch over, and they're like, they're just bigger than everybody. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I'll respond like this.
Oh, right. Yeah, I get it.
True.
Contagion over here. Yeah. Anyways, how's everyone been? What are we playing video game wise?
I've been sucked back into WoW, so that.
Just banged out God of War Ragnarok. Absolute fucking banger. Wonderful fucking titan of a game. So goddamn good.
Is it better than Elden Ring?
I think that's
Yes.
tough to say. I mean,
Yes.
personally, me.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
It's hard for me to admit as much of a Souls nerd I am, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly we should do a God of War review, like you and I, and then I think Kiwi too, since he kind of watched both of us. But yeah, and then Kiwi, I assume you're playing WoW currently. That's it.
Yeah, basically. Same old. I don't change.
Well, you have introduced the wonderful Call of Duty into your life. That's always non-toxic.
That's
So-
brutal. We can't win in Warzone. Donkey doesn't carry hard enough.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Mr. No Kills.
Leave that
Literally
Apex
Mr. No
donkey back.
Kills.
Like, if I could give Donkey my ears and I could take his eyes, we'd be doing a lot better.
That would make no sense. We would just be trading it, and I would be blind now, and you'd be deaf. I'm just confused.
All right, I give you one, or you give me one eye, I give you one ear drum. We aight.
I mean, the audio is so bad in the game, it doesn't matter anyway. You could have 6 ears and still wouldn't hear somebody coming up a ladder behind you.
True.
Yeah. It's beta, guys. Anyways, so yeah, there's topics. We'll start with the role video games play in improving learning. I would say 100% these days, video games can use to be, as a tool to just learn how to
Anything.
communicate. You know, I mean, yeah, really anything. Your hand-eye coordination, also, communicating with other individuals who play the video games. Whether that be toxic or communicating with them to like strategize how to beat somebody, like this stupid new gulag in Warzone 2. If you get a random teammate, you have to communicate with them and tell them you're going left, right, how, whatever. So I definitely feel like that's one thing that can help people when they play video games. What do y'all got?
All that comes to mind when I think of that is what is it, Fisher Price? It's like a kids thing. But I mean, you see like how much they've advanced the technology for those apps or those games. I can't remember. They always sold some discs in like fourth or like third to fifth grade. I can't remember what the game was though. But I mean, they've been doing it for a while.
I
And it's slowly
remember
getting better
those.
and better. What?
What's
I
it like
remember
with
those. I just
Carmen
don't, wasn't they,
Sandiego?
like, gray?
I don't know.
Phonics?
It was like
Fuck.
it was like a game, like a sort of like a story or a game, and you played it based on that, doing like random activities or like learning activities.
There were all kinds of games like that. So, but I don't know the name of them, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Like that stuff in general, like they're just advancing it more and more every day. It's probably how most kids, I guess, to me, or at least if I had a kid, I'd probably make him play that stuff or her, whatever child I got. But
Whatever child I got, rentacenter.com.
My child will learn through playing Dark Souls games. That
Do you
life
want them to
sucks.
grow up
That's how we
hating themselves?
it's how
Yes.
we get dummies, all right?
No. Dark Souls teaches you about life and how fucking terrible it is. And
wow.
That would be more like a
Okay.
punishment to me than
no.
I would be like, wow, I'm happy I'm playing this. Dad,
Little Jimmy, you are going to try to do a deathless run right here. If you fail, you get no food today.
I mean, I didn't think about that. I mean, that's a good idea.
all right,
Is it
poor little Jimmy for having to deal with you.
Alrighty then.
But I don't know, like I'm curious how, like, if they're gonna, I don't know if they put them into VR or stuff like that where it can help kids learn even more because you get the actual like visual effect aside from, say, a monitor or like a handheld device. Hell, I would have loved learning in VR. That'd be fun as piss.
That would have been pretty cool to do puzzle games that way. Donkey?
I mean, I think it's just another medium that people can learn in. Like, you can make it all hands-on and visual, so it's stimulating everything, and audio, so it's like you're just getting right into it, and you can see everything around you. And VR would have been lit. Like, we grew up with kid pics, painting, and floppy disks, and etch-a-sketches and stuff. So like etch-a-sketches were kind of cool.
Whoa! Don't hate on the etch.
I'm not hating on it. It's kind of cool.
Sketch though,
But
I can make some lines in an
I mean, yeah.
I
But
can actually draw stuff.
I just drew some shapes and stuff. I don't remember. But no, I don't know. I think it's just really cool. Just a new thing that you can help ingrain stuff easier. Because like when I learn better when I have music on. So this was just like everything put in one. And
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't know. Go ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna mention like this might be a way for people to like come out of their shells if they're shy and just like get people talking skills, and then I don't know if it might help like impaired people, like just to learn faster and easier.
Depending on accessibility options in it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I definitely agree. Especially only coming out of your shell, because I imagine it was the same for y'all in high school. You were kind of not really shunned, but you definitely weren't as open about playing video games. So,
Nope.
Everyone knew.
Yeah, I mean, everyone for the most part knew, kind of what clique you were in and stuff. But if more people were open to it,
I think
then
everyone in my school was kind of open to it at the end. They were just
It's
like they didn't
much
give a shit.
more. It's much more accepted nowadays. But whenever I was in middle school and high school, dude, you couldn't let anybody find out you played video games. Maybe Call of Duty, but
yeah, like
someone
God was
found out
about
you
the only
played
one.
fucking World of Warcraft, dude. Oh, gee, then you were.
Ostracized.
Then you
Oh
were
yeah,
done.
I mean my friend blurted that out in like sophomore year, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, it just happens. I don't know. I don't care." But yeah,
They are easily more accepted today than they were 10 years ago.
percent.
But now there's too many people that like them,
And that's
and it sort of
kinda
ruins the
a
feel of
different
them. I
thing.
won't lie.
Yeah, true. Jordan, you got anything to say?
I can only really speak as to what video games have done for me as a learning thing, and the main thing that they've done for me is give me, I guess, half decent leadership skills, because I've led so many groups and teams during my time of raiding in World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, and it improved my people skills as well, how to deal with tough situations, when you have to like cut members that don't perform very well, and things of that nature. So I'd say like that's the main thing that it really helps with. Or that's one critical thing that it can help with is, depending on the games you play, you can gain insanely good people skills. You can also gain very terrible people skills as well, depending on the people you roll with.
True.
But yeah.
I mean, it helped me not fail at class. Like, if I failed, I would have had to take an extra class in high school because I played Diablo 2 when I was young. So I got to type really fucking fast, like 100+ words per minute. And people are like, "How are you doing this?" It's like, because I played video games.
Yeah.
So I had to
another
carry
thing.
my friends so they didn't fail, so they didn't have to take class.
Video games do teach you how to type very quickly, because there are times where you don't have a mic and you got to type to people very quickly.
Mavis Beacon, let's go.
That's tis true. Trying to think. Well, I mean, let's go into the next one, the pros and cons, or no, how first-person shooters make players react faster. I mean, the only really ones I can use say obviously would be Call of Duty. It hasn't helped me react faster because I'm definitely on the medium side of reacting faster. But I will say it's funny because when Jaden and I walk Kita around, we have this school near us or whatever. So there's a track that the kids are at, and obviously we don't walk around when they're there. That'd be weird. But we go out there like in the evenings, and we just let Kita run around, and we just like throw the ball with her and stuff. And there is a house like right over the hill where this track is, and there's like dogs down there. And I don't know if they're chained up or whatever, but one time I saw a dog come up the hill, and Kita won't run after or anything normally, but I saw it, and I was just like, hold on, let me grab her and stuff like that. And Jane was like, "You got those cod eyes." I'm like, "What? What does that even mean?" Like the if you see you see all the memes when you're in real life and you're walking down a street in a building, you see a little glint. It's like, I know what this is. I see the snipers. So I guess, I would say in a day-to-day thing that like I'm pretty much always aware of my surroundings
And more
like,
perceptive, yeah.
yeah, definitely looking around a lot more than maybe it looks like from the other person. It looks like I'm on crack or something because I'm looking around so much, or
What's
just
wrong with
that.
guy?
Maybe they're a super ADHD or something, but no, I just feel like I'm always looking around and being more perceptive of just my surroundings and shit. But do y'all feel you have a better reaction because of the growing up playing Call of Duties or Halo or anything like that?
I don't know if it's just my reaction because video games or from my dad, because my dad always like looked around, and I was always the friend that looked to make sure there was like nothing in the woods or in the darkness, like deer or animals when we were walking around at night. So I don't know if that's from video games or just from my dad. I have not a clue. But I guess auditorily, like, yeah, I just pay attention a lot now, to, like everything.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a cautious person, so I'll always be like how Spashy says, is he'll just be always looking around or sort of alert.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm getting drunk, I don't want to go to the point where I don't know what's happening, which that doesn't take a lot.
All the wickeds!
Again, video games have definitely helped keep my perception up as time has gone on. Like, I'm able to like notice a lot of things when I'm at work. For example, like if I'm working one of the higher up stations in the building, like we had to climb up and be a little bit higher up. I can see like jams forming, on the belts that are when they're like directly on like the other side, and I catch them like really early. Now I don't tell anybody because fuck the other shifts and fuck the other people. I don't care. Now if I see one on our line, then I let my boss know because I don't want to get fucked over. But I don't give a shit about anybody else. But yes, definitely help keep my perception up for sure. And I probably do look like a nutcase whenever I'm looking around a lot because that's what I do. I look around a lot, and I wind up locking eyes with people a lot too. Because again, I look around and then I see people, and I don't stare at them or anything, but
locking eyes, bro.
I inevitably will lock eyes with them for a second, and I run the thought in my head, well, oh, they must think that I've been staring at them for the past like 10 minutes or something, and I'm a turbo weirdo, especially like the one hot chick who works there. Every time she comes down.
All right, well, I don't know what to say about that. You gotta give him the good old stink eye, though. Still fuck with me.
Look, man, I just look around. I can't help it. Very observant human being.
You want to walk up to her and tell her about your skills with Call of Duty eyes?
Pretty sure she would probably stab me where I stood if I did that. So,
well, you can use your WoW leadership skills to talk her down.
I'm pretty sure she's stronger than I am, so she would probably just kill my ass.
Well,
Okay,
I don't know if you want to go near her.
Oh, I do.
Okay, all right. Well, that's for another time.
I'm willing to risk it.
Just kill my ass, dude. That'd be great.
All right. Whoa.
In game.
Oh, fuck.
It poses a good question though. Is what if you didn't play video games and you didn't do any sports? I assume your reaction time would be pretty awful, unless you're just like I guess you could just have genes that you're innately, I guess, have good reactions.
Depend on the sport. I'm sure there's sports that would keep your reaction times and shit like on point. Like football. Football, you have to be highly reactive and like on the ball like all the fucking time, or bad things happen. That's how you get hurt. So,
like, I don't like losing at Mario Party because I'm a sore loser. But man, some of those mini games, you just got to be ready. Like when I dust donkey and Crash Bandicoot
I will
Racing,
literally destroy you.
not even a challenge.
You are blind.
I don't need to see in that game. I
Yeah,
just
you
close
do.
my eyes and do the whole track by myself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't need to put days worth of time into that.
Be quite impressive.
I'll dust him though. Better get ready, son.
Yeah, what if there's like a center, you know how for Stranger Things, and you know they tested things on the kids to see who had better powers. What if there's like
Ender's Game?
yeah, Ender Game would be a cool one too. You send your child to see if he had any special abilities or not abilities, because obviously, you know, we're not.
You don't know that. We might be.
What it was? So we had high IVs. We're looking for like the
Yeah,
perfect-
Pokemon. Yeah, I got perfect IVs. If my attacks at 15 or but no, yeah. What if you like in the future you sent your kids like super early on to see if they had these?
I feel like they have that. It's just like gifted learners who.
Yeah,
And
but I'm talking about they're sending them and getting ready for video games to be this takeover like a prodigy, like the next ninja. Well, when I say ninja, I'm just saying, but you know.
What's the problem is parents actually do that nowadays. They try and make those kids like that, and in reality, I mean, it rarely turns to anything.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then the kids get burnt out on stuff because you know back in the day it was sometimes like child movie stars and stuff. You know they start out super young, and then obviously like the 80s and 90s child stars that we know of, most of them haven't turned out the greatest. So, and then it's kind of like society has evolved it into certain things like it's kind of switched to sports. They started them off super young, and now the video games are such a huge thing in the world. I feel like that's one thing that they could gravitate towards because I definitely feel parents are more open to it nowadays. If the kid is willing to balance that life. But yeah, I think that would definitely be really cool. Hopefully it's not a center for ants.
But like, what if you send your kid there and they just sort of suck?
Well, I mean, it's reality check, and hey, little Jimmy, you're just not doing too hot, bro. Like maybe you try a different video game, try something different in life, or if you just don't succeed at those, then I guess we'll still love you and just live your life there, champ. Doesn't look like you're gonna make it in Warzone anytime soon.
Or just if you don't drop a 30 dub in every Warzone game, then you're getting shipped off to an orphanage. So that's what I'm gonna tell my kid anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna be the next Robin from Batman.
They need to make enough money for me to be able to not work at the age of like 10.
Well, if we keep going at this rate, you're going to need a minimum wage of $50 an hour, and I'm not sure if the kids will be able to provide that for you. Well,
they do well enough in gaming.
That's
true.
I'm
just gonna get them on Fortnite. I'm gonna make my kid play
think
Fortnite.
Fortnite will still really exist in the next 10 to 15 years?
Fucking-lutely, it will.
Not at all. I think it'll be gone.
No, it won't. It's way too popular. Unless they come out with something else. We can save that topic for another day.
Yeah, sure. Maybe the BR topic in general. The Call of Duty one too. Unfortunately, Aaron will have to join us on that one possible too.
Wait, what?
For like a Call of Duty one, I think we could bring him in just in general.
He's gonna need a talking to though.
I know. I already told him about the things.
You're gonna have to talk to him even more than that. You have to sit him down at the couch and be like, "All right, this is basically an intervention. This is so you don't mess stuff up." and then go through the spiel. And no crying baby in the background either. No one wants to hear crying baby. I already hear
True.
Donkey talk too much.
Bro.
I really haven't talked that much this time. I don't know.
It's fun. How you feeling, Donkey? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just
Gotta
trying to
rub that
focus a
belly.
little bit.
What you focusing on?
I think plus.
Oh my god, this guy. You know World of Warcraft is
I
mindless
know, but
at this point.
it's a high
He's
key,
got
so
a problem.
Okay.
He's
Well,
already back. He's already gonna suffer.
as long as you get to the point, where it's not fun, and if you are willing to cut it off quicker, it's perfectly fine.
I'm gonna count the days.
uh, yeah. Does any have like a local college that has an esports team?
my high school had shit. Not like
Oh,
esports,
you're-
but like video game clubs and all that stuff. So
I mean,
they had tournaments.
UW is pretty close to me. I would imagine they absolutely do. So,
Yeah, that would have been so cool to have the college esports teams going on that are going like happening now. When did those really start? In the last 2 to 3 years, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been so awesome. Just to go to watch them. Honestly, I obviously wouldn't travel for a LAN event, but if they put it up on like one of our uh, screens, like in the gymnasium at the basketball or whatever, that would have been awesome to watch, like your college play. You don't have anything else really to say about the first-person shooters making you react faster?
Not really, no. Just hasn't helped me. So I mean, sometimes it does, but other times it's just
It probably
Yeah.
helps you, but you don't notice at this point.
it's possible.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I don't
dropping
actively
stuff
train
or-
for it with like aim labs. Like I probably should, but
at this point, you're too old, so you don't have the
Just
you don't have the,
watched up.
Now,
you don't have the
Yeah,
Zoomer
dude.
brain anymore. So
True.
True. All right. I guess we can move on to the last one: the pros and cons of video games.
Don't do it.
That's not a pro or con. What?
That's a con.
Don't do it. That's
Don't
not
play
a
'em.
con.
Don't
so
play 'em.
So stupid. Shut up.
You're literally playing a video game. Right?
Yeah, don't be like me. Don't mess up.
Yeah, but there's a point. There was a point that you truly enjoyed that video game, so it will be a pro in some ways. And yes, you could take a con out of it once it gets just eating
Becomes
at you.
anger.
Yes, yeah, you basically are playing that video game because you feel like the game itself is making you log on each day, and the FOMO effect, and you're missing out because you miss a day or even half of the day that you don't get something done, and obviously that's a huge thing for WoW in the past few expansions that they built, and
Yep.
so I think they're on the right track of getting rid of that, but at the same time, there was always an effect that it had on me. I just felt like when I missed a day, even playing like sometimes 12 to 15 hours, there were some things that I was missing in it. So
get discouraged.
yeah, you just get discouraged. You don't get something, or if some other doofus who sucks cock and they get a piece of loot and you feel like they didn't deserve it, that's another thing. But it just makes you angry, and that's definitely a con I could see for any video game, not just WoW.
Fair enough.
Pro. It helps to relax people or take your mind off, real world crap. Or it should, anyways. Not like, you're playing Elden Ring and you're just dying repeatedly, banging your desk,
I don't know what you're talking about. Only
But-
crazy people do that.
Even then, even if it just helps. I treat it as music, where like I listen to music to the point where you zone out, like you act like you're not there, nothing's around you to an extent. That's sort of how I play games, even though a lot of games I'm awful at now. So, but it's still fun to play them.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You really just play the video game to take you to a different realm in a sense. Con, same thing with WoW. It can take a lot of time away from just, friends, relationships, family, and everything like that. So just certain video games, any video game you could probably take away that could be a con.
God of War.
But a pro, you can meet some of your best friends in life, or
Yeah,
the
no,
love of
yeah.
your life, and all that. So it just
100%.
all that
What
shit.
if, you,
So
what if you meet people you hate though?
well, that is also a place. There's a few of those. I'm not going to say names, but
Damn
that's-
internet.
Yeah. Drunk dwarf.
Fuck
from
you,
Rotten
Kiwi,
Phone.
you stink ass bitch.
So toxic.
I know I have to be.
Sorry, I don't want to fucking be under his bed tonight, and I'm gonna just
Whoa.
cough randomly. Not gonna know where it's
Yeah.
coming from.
Why are you going to be underneath his bed? It's a little weird. You going to lock eyes with him?
Dude,
Yeah.
you're gonna be freezing to death down there. It's like a log.
No, bring a blanket.
You need a couple blankets.
Might not work. Might not help.
Yeah, you need a lot down there.
It's pretty
Can we
cold.
get to topic,
Tassie days.
you fucking idiots.
Hey, you need an extra blanket down there. I'm waiting on you to cough. I got an extra one for you. Nah, I'm good right now.
You guys are so dumb.
I personally wouldn't say this is a con because I don't truly believe in it. But some people could say the violence of video games can change someone's perspective and like mental state and stuff and make them
Not
act
at all.
out. I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, some people would view it as the violence in it can change someone's mental state and make them act out in the real world and
They
shit.
can be
So,
a trigger, not a cause. So
See, I always treat that statement if someone told me that as, well, if that caused or that triggered them to be violent, well, TV, movies, books, anything that has some trigger words in it can also do the same effect.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But anything can be a trigger.
Well, exactly.
So they could have, like you said, they could have read a book, could have seen something on a show. Hell, they could have seen a street sign or something, and it triggers them. Like who knows?
Person could have been,
So-
on acid, and that's what they saw. Like, who knows? You're right. It's just it is a con, but multiple things can cause that. And yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
think it just
Hitler
depends
didn't
on the
have
person.
video games back in the day. Could be wrong.
It just depends on the person, how you're raised. I don't know. It's like if you let it get to that point, anything can do that to you.
Oh yeah, you need
That's to do with it as well. But then there's also some people who just are mentally boned. They're just
Yeah.
born bad. So, but that's another topic in of itself. So
Yeah. Pros. Another pro.
I mean, we mentioned a lot of it with the role of improving learning and all that. Those are all pros.
Yeah, I mean, all three of these topics I think tie together in general. So, is there any other possible cons that you could see? Watching somebody play.
Addiction, anger,
Yeah,
yeah, those are the two big ones. I would say is that
not knowing when to stop, and literally pissing yourself because you still want to keep playing.
okay. I mean, that's
I mean,
Alright,
that's happened. That's a story.
Well,
that
So-
has happened. I'm glad I waited to say what I was about to say, because I was going to say, as someone who's had these experiences, I've never pissed myself not going to the bathroom since
No,
I've
no.
been gaming so hard.
This is the story a couple of years back.
are you talking about the
I think it was some chick pissed herself because she wanted to keep playing Fortnite. or whatever.
Yeah, but like it's the same thing with like I don't know how many years ago. I'm gonna say like 6 years ago, where you'd have some, I guess, Asian cultured person playing Diablo 3, and then they
Oh yeah,
die
he
from
died.
it
Yeah, because
because
he's
they don't stand up. You sit there. You're
yeah.
you're technically gonna be in pain, but you're like, wow, I'm still playing this. Where you gotta have some level of like consciousness to
Self-awareness and
yes
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
to help yourself and to still try and like enjoy playing the game, but not to
That's
the
like
point
the
where it's gonna
biggest
hurt you.
extreme. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Like who's not gonna move for like 2 or 3 days playing a game? Like I tried my hardest to stand up at that point.
Yup.
Yeah.
You got
It's pretty
stand-up
cool.
desks now you can use, but I just stand up once in a while, and then I have an exercise ball too I could sit on. So.
Yeah, I have like a stand-up desk I need to set up.
You got one?
What?
You got one?
It's not like the super expensive ones. It's where you have like a sort of like a what's it called? Like a pulley system or like a lever that raises it.
Yeah, I mean, it's average.
But it works. Does its job.
You didn't want to get the slab?
No, I do. I mean, I still got a crap desk, so I do have to get a slab eventually.
Slab life.
It's too big. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, you could find the love of your life playing video games as a pro, but then it's like, well, that doesn't work for any of us. Maybe someone it did.
Yeah. I mean,
He's gonna get his anime waifu one of these days.
that's true. We all
Never.
know that Donkey does like
Never.
some wonderful anime.
I hate
He just
anime.
doesn't want to
Anyone
admit
out
it.
there love his voice?
I
Always
hate
waiting.
anime.
Yes, please. If you are an anime loving girl
I hate
and
you.
you love this guy's voice, he's 6'8". He plays WoW. He's pretty good at it. He'll get you some really good pizza. So if you're feeling like you want to explore him, just contact us
What?
at
Explore him?
What?
See, I wish my voice
explore
was that
his personality. I meant.
Okay.
No, explore who he, everything he is.
I'm gonna get some climbing gear.
Yeah. He could be your Mount Everest, guys.
Be my jetpack. Yep.
Yep.
You'll never struggle to get anything off the top shelf.
You're just gonna have to build a house that has 10-foot door frames.
Yeah, you can
8 foot's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe some extra room in the bathrooms. Reinforced toilets too. So
Too bad every standard door is 7 foot, so it feels fucking bad, man.
True.
It's less than 7 foot, actually.
Well, do we have any other things we would like to add to these three wonderful topics that we have talked about tonight?
I got nothing else.
Sick boy?
I mean, just in regards to the pros and cons thing, I think it's just important to remember that, take your video games in moderation, even though it can be really fun to do like those long sessions, and if you do those long sessions,
Stand up.
stand
Move
up,
around.
drink water, plan it out right. Don't die. No game's worth dying over.
Nothing's worth that.
Just don't die. So yeah, thank you. I mean, do y'all have anything else to add in general? Life
No.
Games are good.
games are good, guys. Be friendly in them. Remember, if you play Call of Duty, you signed that code of conduct when you logged in, even though you're forced to. You have to be nice in your proximity chat.
Yeah, that's not handled whatsoever. Also, give me fully immersive VR. I'm waiting. Before I'm
Okay.
a grandpa, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, th're gonna be so expensive that you won't be able to play anything. Did you realize? So,
I think we'd be
Last-
like 5K for like a dome, 10K.
Last thing, the new Horizon VR game that's coming next year, whatever. If you don't have a PS5, then it will cost you around $1,000 to get a PS5 and the PlayStation VR 2 and the game just to play that game.
Dude, that sounds like fun though.
Oh, it looks awesome. I think it's going to be amazing. But I'm not sure if I want to pay $500 extra to get the VR headset to play that one video game.
It just depends. Like if you're gonna use it for other things, then it's sort of worth it. If it's just
Yeah,
for that
but there's
one
just not
game,
enough games out.
I think
Like,
it's something you buy later on to play it because like when they had the sidetracking here, when they had the Kinect for Xbox, I loved that thing. Playing Fruit Ninja Kinect, oh my god, that was fantastic. Then I got Sonic Riders for that, and you literally had to like jump in the air. Not
Wait.
practical at all. Because
Isn't
Kiwi,
Fruit Ninja
come
the thing where you like
Sonic-
use the
Sonic
you swipe your
Freeriders-
phone?
Sonic
you
Free
cut the
Riders
fruit?
is dumb, Kiwi.
oh
Come
my god,
on,
I
brother.
love that thing. It was so enjoyable.
If you had
Yes,
when you
Kelsey.
did co-op in that game, you had to hold hands.
Dude, I held hands with my buddies. You know.
yeah. If they took any of the Resident Evil games, it would be awesome. I played Resident Evil 4, well, some of Resident Evil 4 in VR on the Quest or whatever. It's pretty neat. The running and thing is a little bit hard to get used to. I definitely feel like the games are easier in VR currently. So I'm not sure. Could you imagine trying to play like a God of War on Gimme God of War difficulty in VR, trying to react and trying to, if you like had to
And you
block
actually-
and
You have
shit,
to do his moves. You have to like flip and shit, and actually.
you would have to have an
carry.
entire room though to act like you're swinging his chains and shit.
That'd be so much fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like it'd be exhausting.
You'd have
It
to
would
be in shape.
It would take you months to get through that game, but
It
it would be
would.
so much worth it.
I would play through God of War in VR. That would be
That would be so
amazing.
awesome.
It would probably kill me, but it'd be worth. Because holy
Okay.
shit!
Yeah, Donkey, what game would you play in VR?
World
Like,
of Warcraft, so you can suffer
Oh,
on
Jesus.
the move.
don't you have to tell Clyde to go away?
Who's Clyde? It's Craig. First
What?
off, no, we're still recording. We're almost done.
Get his
Last
name
thing.
right, dude.
So what
Fucking
is the question again?
If there was any VR game that could be adapted and you could play fully immersed into it, which one?
Is either Crash Bandicoot or Harry Potter? Because I never got my fucking invite.
I felt Harry. I don't know if Harry Potter would be I don't know.
Man,
Crash would be dope.
VR? You know what I want to do in VR? Go to fucking school. That sounds fun.
You don't need to go to. You just do the magic shit.
You got to just go to school to learn it.
I was gonna go hang out with Hagrid. Fuck y'all.
He's
Yeah, and then you
RIP.
don't learn anything, and then you suck dick at magic. Come on, bruh.
Oh yeah, another shout out, RIP to Tommy, OG Power Ranger died. You know.
Rest well, sweet prince. I don't remember you and tell your story.
Okay, yeah, we're just
Tell
gonna get rid of
Clyde to get the fuck out of
Hogwarts.
here.
Crash, I could understand. Anyways, thank you for another wonderful episode on the Believe Me If You Don't podcast. I'm not sure what's happening with Anchor, so hopefully it gets to working and I can post the episode again. But if not, then maybe I'll just have to post it to our YouTube, which is Believe Me If You Don't, I think. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later, and maybe we'll try to do that God of War episode, and maybe Rack will, get back with us, and we'll have all 5 of us in there again. But thank you for joining us, and remember, you can believe us.
If you don't.
Dun dun dun.